Good afternoon, everybody. Your headlines on this Tuesday afternoon. Governor Ivey has signed a new gun violence bill. What this means for residents. Plus, candidates running for Mobile's mayor. They have a candidate tonight where you can hear from those candidates. And 2 arrests have been made in a Daphne apartment shooting. This and more on News 5 Now.
Brought to you by Green and Phillips. Covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. News 5 Now starts right now.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to News 5 Now. I'm Devin Walsh. Glad to be with you this afternoon. It's not raining here at the station yet, but I am keeping my umbrella handy because the rain is going to start coming down later tonight, probably more after midnight, although we'll have some scattered showers today. But Caroline said there will be a lot of rain tomorrow, Thursday, and into Friday. So just keep that in mind as you are planning out the rest of your week. Let's get right to our big stories at this hour. Number 5, Alabama Governor Kay Ivey has signed a bill to increase penalties for gun-related crimes. Under the new measure, convicted felons caught illegally possessing a handgun will be charged with a Class C felony. It will also be a felony for suspects charged in violent crimes to have a gun while out on bail. Suspects arrested for shooting into an occupied home or vehicle will be charged with a Class A felony instead of a Class B felony. And Anaya's law will be expanded to include other violent offenses. The new law is set to take effect in October. Number 4, civil rights attorney Ben Crump is expected to announce a lawsuit against a former Okaloosa County Sheriff's deputy charged in the death of senior airman Roger Fortson. Crump is planning to make the announcement this afternoon in Fort Walton Beach, claiming former deputy Eddie Duran used excessive force when he shot Fortson last year at Elon Apartments. The lawsuit also outlines what Crump calls failures of training and supervision at the sheriff's office. Body cam video shows Fortson holding a gun pointed down to the floor as he answered the door. That's when Duran opened fire, killing the airman. He was fired from the sheriff's office and was later charged with manslaughter with a firearm. We will have a crew at this afternoon's press conference. Number 3, tonight voters in Mobile will get the chance to hear from 7 candidates looking to become the city's next mayor. Connie Hudson, Stephen Nodine, Lawrence Batiste, Barbara Drummond, Paul Prine, Jermaine Burrell, and Spiro Cherogatis will meet tonight at Cottage Hill Baptist Church for a mayoral forum. The event starts at 6. Mobile's mayoral election is set for August. Number 2, the Alabama Department of Transportation is moving forward with plans to build a new bridge over Mobile Bay. Department leaders say crews with Kawit Massman Trailer will be responsible for building the Mobile River Bridge and Bayway. Crews from KMT and Mobile Bayway constructors were originally going to work together on this project, but now KMT will be responsible for the entire project after AlDOT parted ways with Mobile Bay constructors. Sometime this month, the contractors will test 24-inch concrete pilings to see if they're safe. The work will be done between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. and will not impact traffic on I-10. And number 1, 2 suspects are in custody this afternoon charged in last week's shooting at the Audubon Park Apartments in Daphne. 18-year-old Skylar Jemison faces robbery and attempted murder charges, while a 16-year-old suspect is charged with robbery. 18-year-old Matthew Barnes and 20-year-old Damon Walker were shot inside a minivan back on April 29th. Police say the suspect shot the men during an argument after the suspects tried to buy drugs with movie money. Both men were taken to the hospital where they're still recovering. Police are still looking for a third suspect. And that is a look at our big stories at this hour. All right, everybody, now it's time for our question of the day. And we mentioned to you that this week is Hurricane Preparedness Week. We still have a few more weeks until hurricane season started, but we wanted to ask you, let me get to our question of the day here. We wanted to ask you, how do you prepare for a hurricane? How do you prepare for a hurricane? June 1st is when hurricane season starts, so maybe we can pass along some tips, or you can pass them along to us, and we can share them with everybody so that everybody can prepare. Okay, let's see. Blaine, I wait until I'm in the 5-day cone and then stress by as God intended. You know, honestly, Blaine, a lot of people do that. Ramona said she's already prepared. She stocks up on paper goods. She has a Coleman stove. She has bottles of water and soft drinks, tuna fish, peanut butter and jelly, and crackers. She makes sure her yard is picked up and her windows are boarded. Hopefully she hasn't boarded them just yet, though. I make sure we have flashlights and batteries, candles and matches. I make sure medication is refilled and that all the vehicles are gassed up. I mean, she had to have been a Girl Scout, Ramona. Had to have been. Let's see. Raymond says, easy. Start off in January getting those canned goods and dry food. Then stock up on candles, even if you have a generator. Stock up with both drinking water and jugs of water. Marion's buying the beer and wine. She's having a hurricane party. Hurricane snacks are a must, says Jennifer. Then extra water and gas for the grill. Well, Gail says we have a house binder with all the important information in case we have to evacuate. That's great, Gail. I need to do that. Everything from mortgages, mortgage insurance, tag receipts, vet info from the puppies, tax returns. And then to prepare, she has stocked up on propane for the grill, gas for the generator, and non-perishable foods. So that's great. And we have somebody else having a hurricane party, stocking up on the liquor, toilet paper, lots of toilet paper. And then Tim says he doesn't prepare. He waits until it's 6 hours away and then panic sets in. So it's really interesting, I mean, how people handle a hurricane. We do have a lot of people who are like, I'm not even going to think about this until I see that cone of uncertainty. And then you have other people who are very prepared and they just can't stand the stress. So it's really all over the board. But I was just thinking, I need to get my flashlights going, my extra water, things like that. I do not want to be in line at the store when they run out of everything, and that tends to be what happens when a hurricane, when we get in that cone. So along these same lines, our poll of the day has to do with hurricane season. Are you prepared? Yes or no? Are you prepared? Yes or no? So again, you've got till June 1st, but we're just curious. Let us know if you are by voting in our poll of the day. You can do it on WKRG.com or WKRG's Facebook page, and let us know. All right, everybody. I want to appreciate all of you for joining me today for WKRG's News 5 Now. I'll see you at 5. Then after the news tonight, I am heading to South Alabama. Peter Albrecht and I are emceeing the Mobile Sports Hall of Fame and the First Light Mobile College Sports Preview Banquet. It's always a lot of fun. And they're going to have the defensive coordinator from Alabama, the defensive coordinator from Auburn. So we'll kind of get a preview of college football season. And we are going to honor some incredible people in our community who are being inducted into the Mobile Sports Hall of Fame. But I'll see you for 5 o'clock news first, and then I'll head on to my event after that. Thank you so much for joining you. See you a bit later this evening.
Covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. You are watching News 5 Now, brought to you by Green & Phillips.